mufflings. I seem to be having some trouble with my speaker on my phone, so when I record a regular video without the headphones, it's not as good, but I'm going to bear with it because I've been trying to do this video since 99. Like, literally, I've been trying to do this video for the last 2 weeks, and it seems to not want to work, but let's deal with it as we go. So today we're going to go into lesson one of Escape Poverty Mindset. The book is now available on Amazon, and it will be available on the other retailers very soon. And it's available on paperback and also digital. So there we go. Escape Poverty Mindset: 10 Lessons Learned to Grow More Confident in Your Finances. This book is mainly my personal experience that will definitely help you out. Even though it's a personal experience, it has a lot of lessons and gems in there that I feel like you will be able to benefit from, because I feel like as people grow and they learn more, knowledge is good to have. So when you learn from somebody, even if they're not perfect, I feel like you can definitely be benefiting from some of the information they may have to offer. So there's a scripture that I wanted to read from the introduction before we get started into lesson one, which is, "If you love sleep, you will end in poverty. Keep your eyes open, and there will always be plenty to eat." And that's Proverbs 19:15. So, if you love sleep, you will end in poverty. So, breaking that down, I believe that means, it can mean, if you're talking metaphor, it can mean, I'm assuming this is metaphoric, because if you're literally talking about if you love to sleep, which I know I love to sleep, and all of us do, because we need sleep to function. But I guess if you sleep too much, you'll definitely miss out on what's going on, and you will definitely end in poverty. But remember, poverty is in your mind, and all is mental, which is the first law of the universe. So um, your your thoughts create your reality. Just keep that in mind. So if you love sleep, you will end in poverty. So basically, if you're lazy, which all of us are, but that's not necessarily true, because there's lazy people that have a abundance mindset rather than a poverty mindset. So that's not necessarily true. Think about investors and people that really don't necessarily have to go and work hard for their money. I think it means, more so means to me, like, if you love sleep, I feel like that means if you're not knowing, if you're not seeking knowledge, if you're not learning, like if you're asleep, like you ever hear the expression, "Oh, you slept on me," or something. That means like you let it, you weren't paying attention, and pretty much it went away. The opportunity went away. So I think it can mean that, and it can mean, yeah, you got to do something in order to create success. And that's why lesson number one, we'll get into that, which is taking action. So, yes, if you love sleep, you will end in poverty. That is so true. Either way you spill it, like, if you don't do the not, if you don't study, if you don't learn and expand your mind, and you just stay within your thoughts, then definitely end in poverty. And keep your eyes open, and there will always be plenty to eat. It's pretty self-explanatory, and that's from the Bible itself. And again, that's Proverbs 19:15. And that's one of the quotes I just want to share in the introduction real fast before we get into lesson one. But no worries, we're getting to it. Okay. Whew. I got my, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm kind of like crazy right now. I got this waist trainer on, so if you hear me out of breath, it's for a good reason. Anyway, lesson number one. I'm trying to work on my posture. Lesson number one. Stay focused, y'all. You have to work. So this really is one of the things that I struggled with for a long time, because I put up, if you have anything that brings in passive income, it can kind of make you a little, lazy. Like, oh, I got it, and then things will happen. I feel like I have a story about that, actually. I was selling something on Amazon, and then, I was like not really paying attention to it, and then somebody came in and started offering it at a lower price. I just figured it'll be okay, but they end up, beating me pretty much. But it's so true when it comes to business, life, anything. If you ain't paying attention, something's going to happen. So, and hopefully something good will happen if you stay woke or try to make sure you don't got to consume everything. Just make sure you're consuming the right things that will be helpful to you, helpful in a positive way. So lesson number one, you have to work. Understand that I have not literally have to work. When I say work, I don't mean necessarily physically, but you're going to have to work your mind or something and learn and just, get this information so you can definitely have the abundance mindset. So, poverty is the worst form of violence. Mahatma Gandhi. Now, that is the quote I chose for this particular lesson. There's like a quote or a scripture for each lesson. This is not necessarily a spiritual book. It's like I said, it's more a book than of my experiences and 10 lessons learned. But um, yeah, poverty is the worst form of violence. That's a deep quote. I feel like that really spoke to me, so I shared it. And I feel like that's true because it's like, first of all, you can go look at it as like when you are in a poverty mindset, you might resort to violence to get resources, not necessarily physical violence. I mean, some people do. Some people will take somebody out over some money because they have that poverty mindset. So poverty is can cause violence, and poverty is the worst form of violence, and it can mentally kill you as well. So and spiritually kill you. So yeah, I feel like that is a very violent thing. Just feeling like you don't have anything, and it goes beyond finances too. So keep that in mind as well. So you have to work. Lesson number one, very important to take action. There's nothing that's going to just come down and save you. There's going to be some sacrifices you have to make no matter what. No matter how you, no matter how you swing it, you're going to have to do something. I don't care, I mean, I won't say I don't care what it is. Hopefully, nothing crazy, but hey, do your thing. But yeah, you have to work. And being that I don't like call myself lazy, but being that I try to, I'm very, I would say, I rather work smarter than harder, however you say that, or however you want to say that. But importance of accountability is one of the subsections in chapter one, and yeah, that's the only way that you're going to get things done is tell people about projects you have. They might even be like, yeah, right. But some things I'll tell people, I'm like, this is coming, and it eventually does come. It's like the book I wrote, The 30-Day Due Diet. I was talking about that book for like probably 6, 7 months before I wrote it and finished it. And there's a lot of projects you might start, or there might be things you start and then drop off. But anyway, tell people about it. That will keep you accountable. Just like I said, I would do these videos, and here I am doing a video. So yeah, accountability is extremely important. And so to get some accountability, tell people, like I said, or a coach would be a great option. If you can afford one of those, I would definitely say an accountability partner, which is the most cheap and easiest thing to find. So even if you just have an accountability partner, like we're going to do this, and then maybe even have a reward if you do it, or something that happens if you don't do it. But even if y'all just get together and sit down and do something, that works for me. Especially when I was like, well, I am back. I'm actually back. I'm not working no more at a regular job. But when I wasn't working for all those times, oh my goodness, I didn't get a lot done at all. And the only times I would usually get things done is through study dates and work dates and stuff. So I'm better now because I got more pressure on myself now. But before, I wasn't having it, and I still feel like I need an accountability partner because I could be getting way more done, but it's better than nothing. And then I used to be in this other program where they actually you had your weekly goals, and you had somebody you didn't even know, a stranger, call you and go over, but you're paying like it was like $150 or $89. It was like not nothing cheap. You're paying them every month to get basically a accountability partner that calls you and you tell them like your progress and stuff, and you tell them your goals that you want, and basically they call you every week to see if you completed what you said you would do. Of course, it's the better honor system. I mean, they ain't gonna what they gonna do, check, and but still, you know if you didn't do it, and you know if you're wasting that money. Unfortunately, I got out of that because things were at um, that's funny, but it was working, and I do recommend something like that for people that might really need that push, and you have that money right now. I say go for it. You'll definitely get something done because you'll be like, okay, I paid for this. Let me make sure and you know that it's coming. The end of the week, you know it's coming. You know that phone call is coming. But you can also pay a coach, like I said, accountabilities and things like that, accountability partners and things like that. So yeah, and the last subsection is avoid poverty mindset. So make sure to just consume things that are not all things that I consume are so, great, I would say, but definitely I listen to a lot of um, financial things. I listen to a lot of spiritual things, and I'm always learning new things, but I wasn't always like that. So just so like even if you just listen to less music and listen to podcasts or other things that could be beneficial to you and your mindset, that's great. There's so many options out there. So I'll definitely give you some ideas in the book as well. So make sure to pick up Escape Poverty Mindset by Queen Mean Jean, myself. And I'll see you in lesson number 2. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about lesson number 1 that you have to work. And remember, if you love sleep, you will end in poverty. But seriously, you will. Okay, thank you.